Howdy cap everybody, it's Niall, not in Thailand here. Thought I'd do a quick little video here, just to basically have a discussion of something. I was watching a video there by Thairish Times, great channel by the way. He had put up a video, he interviewed a bar owner in Pattaya. I believe it was the guy from the backyard bar, I'm not sure what his name is, can't remember. But he was asking the question, like, are you a pimp? Do you consider yourself a pimp? And the guy was like, oh, I don't think I'm a pimp, but like, that's what some people want to call me then. Fair enough, And I just thought, you know what? Let's get into it. That's a good discussion, because I have to say I disagree, Pete was kind of saying, well, if you were doing the same thing in Ireland, we'd call you a pimp. I was like, not really, I think to really get a handle on this, you really need to kind of define what the word pimp means. Like, what is it that a pimp does? And basically distinguish between what a bar manager or bar owner, should I say, what in a Pattaya, what they do versus what a pimp does, or, our traditional understanding of what a pimp is. So, rather than leaving an open interpretation, I actually checked out a video here. This is by a fantastic movie maker called Louis Theroux. He's a really good documentary maker from the UK. And he interviewed a pimp who was serving a 42-year sentence for human trafficking in the United States. And he got, he gets an understanding of what a pimp is and what a pimp does from this guy. So let's check it out now. Sure, why not?
Do you think it's a good deal for the women?
Yeah, it was a good deal.
In what way?
Because I'm a good provider. I'm a good manager.
And as you see it, she's making that choice for what reason?
Because she wants to.
But what makes her want to?
Some women are just hoes. They're just prostitutes, and that's all they gonna be. It's like a race car driver. He get a rush when he going 200 miles an hour. They get a rush when they go up in the room and can manipulate a man out of $700, $800, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. They get a rush out of that.
Did they have to give all the money to you?
Of course I'm getting all the money.
Why do you say of course?
I mean, that's how the game go. I'm the manager.
And if they,
it's my company.
And if they leave, you give them some money back or not?
Yeah, I give them some money back.
How much?
Nothing.
Do you see why other people on the outside would view pimps as predators?
Yeah, because they ignorant. Meaning they lack knowledge. She want a family, a team. So she choose to come over here and mess with Fancy and be a part of Fancy's family.
It's an emotional thing.
Is it you think it's emotional? I mean, you could be right. She might want a father figure.
It's like a little cult almost.
Is that what it is?
Kind of.
Oh, man.
Okay, so you'll see, that's basically a generic understanding of what a pimp is and what a pimp does. And that's very, very different to what a bar owner in Pattaya does. Like a bar owner in Pattaya, they're running a bar. And if the women who work in these bars are prostitutes, for the most part, they're prostitutes. And if you want to spend some time with them, it's going to cost you money, but that's between you and her. The bar owner gets none of that money. Now you have to pay a bar fine, but that bar fine is basically giving her the night off. Like the bar owner says, if you want to take her away for the night and, you guys have a date or whatever the situation is, you work out the rate with her, but to take her out of the bar, because I've already paid her for the month, to work for the month. So I'm paying her whatever it is, works out, say it's 500 baht per night. He's like, you need to pay me 500 baht to take her out of the pub, because it's only fair, I'm going to be out of pocket that 500 baht. So I thought maybe to kind of give a more generic understanding of that, let's look at this from a different perspective. So in Thailand, there's no, it's not really known that employers will give you paid time off. That's just not really a thing. So let's say you have a girlfriend or a wife even, and she works in a cafe. And let's say her salary is 20,000 baht per month. So she works 20 days, which works out about 1,000 baht per day, or per shift, you say. and you decide, I want to take my wife away for the weekend, or I want to go away for a few days, and 2 of those days will be days that she's supposed to be working in the cafe. So you go speak to her boss, and the boss says, okay, like, yeah, look, I've no problem with you, going away for 2 days, but I can't pay your wife. Like, she's supposed to be working those 2 days, so if she wants to take time off work, that's perfectly fine, but I have to dock her 2 days. So there's one of two ways we can do this. Either you can give me 2,000 baht to, compensate me for your wife having 2 days off, and I'll just pay her at the end of the month as per normal. Or I can dock 2,000 baht out of her, her wages at the end of the month. So it works out the same way. Like, either way, your household income is 2,000 baht lighter that month, whether it's coming out of your pocket directly or whether he takes it out of your wife's wages at the end of the month. It's pretty much the same deal. Are you paying for your wife's time in that situation? Like, are you a John for your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, the situation is? Of course not. Like, it's a ridiculous notion. You're just compensating the employer for him allowing his staff member to go away with you for the 2 days. So it's no different in a bar in Pattaya. You're compensating him for taking a staff member away for the evening. And, that's how it works there. Now, you will see in the clip that I showed you, that guy is purely exploiting those women. Like, he's not giving them any money. He's saying, oh, I'm a good provider. So what does that mean? So they stay in a house that he provides for them, or apartment, whatever that he provides for them. And there's always food in the fridge, or, their bills are paid for. He buys them clothes whenever they need them, etc., etc. But they don't get any salary. They don't get any wages. Whatever money that they take from a John, it goes straight to him. Like, they have no control over what, what they get paid. And then when he's, decides that they're all used up, as they say, as the term goes, he basically just kicks them to the curb. He says, right, get out of here. Like, and they have no transferable skills to another job. They have no, there's obviously no severance package. There's none of that, like, so he's like, basically, all the money you've accrued for me over the years, thanks very much for that, now skedaddle, get out of here. Very different situation to Pattaya. In Pattaya, the money that the girls take from their clients, that goes straight into their bank account, or whatever it is that they do with it. The bar manager doesn't see it, or bar owner doesn't see it. Now, are Pattaya bar owners extraordinarily charitable people? Are they saint-like? Or are they exploiting the women? Well, they're not exploiting the women any more than any usual employer exploits their workforce. Like, they're there to make money. Now, you might ask the question, like, if you're paying the bar owner the bar fine, like, and they're not making any profit on top of that, then what do they get out of deal? Well, they get a full bar. That's what they get out of deal. Like, the girls are the draw for their bars. Like, they know that if they have very attractive ladies working in their bars, they're going to get customers. They're going to get people coming in to buy beer in their bar. And that is the difference between them having a full bar and them having an empty bar. There's also the lady drinks aspect. So if you're in Pattaya and you buy a lady a drink, it costs double the amount of a regular drink. So that's also a thing. Like, you go into the bar, you see a girl you like, you buy her a drink. You're essentially paying for 3 drinks there. You're paying for your own drink and her drink, plus it's at double rate. So they make their money on the lady drinks. They make their money on if you decide you're going to take a lady out of the bar, you pay the bar fine. So you're essentially paying for her wages. So it also means that bar owner effectively has a workforce that's being paid for by the patrons of the bar. It's no different than the other bar. Now, they're not going to get, a client every single night of the week. So, you will end up paying something out of your pocket for them. But it's generally speaking nowhere near what it would be otherwise. So essentially the bar owner is getting a workforce that's almost entirely being paid directly by the patrons. And the girls get a salary, plus, their the extra overage they get from the clients or customers, whatever you want to call them. And, the customer gets to have a good time. The customer gets to enjoy themselves, enjoy their time on holiday in Pattaya. So, it's a win-win-win in that situation. And in the other situation, really, who's the winner in that situation? The girl ends up with no money and no transferable skills and probably addicted to drugs. The pimp ends up in prison in a lot of situations. And the client ends up, I don't know, out of pocket for a hell of a lot more money. So anyway, it's just something to think about. I really do think that the two situations are not comparable, in my opinion. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I think this is an interesting topic. I really do think that the bar owners in Pattaya, look, they're not saints. This is the flesh trade. There's no, I'm not trying to say it's not, but it's certainly not as exploitative as the situation that you see in, the United States or other countries that where it's a hell of a lot more ruthless, I would say. And I just do think that's something that I think is very, it's very understated. I think that if two things are not the same, then we can't give them the same name. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, please leave a comment, guys. I'm curious what you think. Cheers. Talk to you all then.